and look and ask questions and improve per our policy.
Do we anticipate a change in the policy as well?
No, it is just, here are the fees that we're charging for the district. We do know that we're talking to the principals at the elementary schools to get some uniformity, because it was different whether you were at Riverdale or whether you were at Dogwood or Farmington, whether you were charged a technology fee or a club fee. They had just had different fees, so we're going to try to streamline some of those fees before we bring it to the board.
And that'll be something that we vote on?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're looking at the week of July 25th?
Yes.
I don't know what everybody's schedule is. I know we're getting close to school. People are going on vacations.
You're trying to do this prior to the start of
The start of the school year.
School start the 5th?
The
Yes.
eighth-
Or the
the
8th.
eighth.
Teachers back.
What if we did it would it be pushing it if we did it the week of August 1st? Is that going to be a?
No, it wouldn't be pushing it. I prefer it July because we want to be able to print things to hand to
Okay.
parents to say these, when we
Registration.
start the
Oh,
registration
registration.
process,
So-
here are the.
Well, I'm sort of holding off because I know Mr. Hoover
Right.
was
I'm
going to
out
be.
the last week of July, but
Yeah.
I will take one for the team and miss the meeting about fees at the school level.
Is everybody else in town that week?
I am.
Yes, I
Okay.
am.
Other than Tuesday, the 26th. I
Okay.
could do.
So
So Monday, the 25th? Stick
do you want to
Mondays?
do Monday? You want to stick with the Monday?
That would be great.
Is that, okay. So we're tentatively going to plan July 25th for a special call board meeting to discuss fees. And at that time, we can touch base on the performance evaluation. And Mr. Hoover, if you just want to email
Okay.
any of your suggestions or changes, then we can add that to
To
it.
be, just so I understand, the performance evaluation instrument, we're looking at those annual objectives at the end,
That's
which
the-
are measurable objectives that will be next summer, sitting down with the superintendent saying, we asked you to be sure and do this, and here's how we did.
At a retreat, we sat down
Yeah.
and we ended up with 4 performance objectives. Those are all in here. So please look over it. If you have any suggestions, why don't you just email them, and that way we can have your input. And then just real quick, the final thing is the Germantown Board of Education annual agenda. Sort of has things for the next year of what we need to look at when. Not everything is included, but there's a good start. If you have any suggestions that you think need to be added as well,
Who would you want us to send those to?
you could send them to me, or you can bring them to our next meeting.
What, did we decide on a time on the 25th?
Um,
How about 6 o'clock? Does that work for folks? It's hard to get here by 5.
Oh, yeah, oh, yes,
Yeah.
because it'll be just,
Yeah.
it won't be,
It won't be a work session before, it'll just be
That'd
be great.
a
And it'll
combination.
be here?
Do it at 7:45 and let him do it on the way down.
Yes, it'll be in the PD. Here, 6 o'clock.
Yes.
Thank you.
So the things you have your calendar for the next year, for all our meeting dates. You have the Director of Schools Performance Evaluation Instrument that we all gave input on and developed at our retreat for you to look at and give back input. And we'll discuss it on the 25th. And then also there is an annual agenda in there as well that you can look at. And if you have anything you need to add, you can bring it to our next board meeting. And then just one last thing in there is the norms from our retreat. We had some norms that the facilitator sent us, and then we also had some norms that were suggested by the board. And what we need to do is just finalize what we want to use as norms for our board as we conduct our meetings. Norms from the facilitator, where we resolve conflict directly and quickly. We always speak positively about board members, the superintendent, and board initiatives. We covet consensus, but commit to support board decisions when there are differences, and we actively listen for understanding. And then we had some suggestions. Any comments about suggestions that you would like to see added from the ones that we were?
Well, I feel like the first one and the fourth one are the same. So I think we could probably maybe eliminate the first one, because I feel like the fourth one is a bit more clear. We talked about not having fuzzy wording, so I don't know how everybody else feels about that, but And then in terms of the other ones listed there, I think those are all fine if we want to, add all of those, but that was the only change that I was going to suggest.
And I think Ms. Parker had brought up that one of the things the facilitator said is not to have too many norms.
I agree with that.
And I mean, I'm comfortable with the ones that are set, those 4.
I'm very comfortable with those. I've got some questions on the others, so, I mean, we can discuss each one, but if we're gonna add those, I think I need to understand what a lot of those mean. If we're comfortable with the 4, I'm comfortable with the 4, but otherwise we could talk about the ones that we wanna add.
I'm comfortable with the 4 as well. I don't know what the group feels.
I don't think it's imperative to add to that list.
I'm good with the 4.
Okay. We're all in agreement? Okay. We'll go
That was
with-
contentious.
Yes.
Maybe we should try it again.
I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I'm good with the 4.
I am too. Okay. Okay. Anything else? Oh, yes. Ms. Subarami has
TSBA annual conference, November. You have to choose which workshop you want to attend, so I'll register all of us together at one time
I'm going to pass
for
this
the
around.
November conference.
You'll see
You
a
can pass it.
registrant number, your name, and she needs you to mark which pre-convention workshop. Is that correct?
Legal or legislative, that's right.
Okay, so I'm going to pass it around real quick, and everybody
Okay.
can fill that. Anything else?
Madam Chair, when we get to new business in the business meeting, since we're already late, I'd like to ask the board a question about what used to be called House Bill 2574. It's now Public Chapter 1020, and it's the BEP changes. So I'll ask for it to be recognized in new business.
That's fine. Anybody else have any other changes? While we're talking about any other changes to the agenda?
Do you want to, have you decided about the board appeal?
No, that's just part of the...
10A, agenda item number 10.
Oh, yeah, it stays on there. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. it says on there.
okay.
No, I was just going to take that off.
Oh, you want to take?
So is election day Tuesday, November 8th?
Yes.
Let me hold off on signing. Just
Okay.
When is it? When's the convention?
November 7th.
The weekend before. I was just going to eliminate the TLN update since there's no activity.
We'll take that off. Well, if you've seen the folder, you're excused until we start our meeting.
When do you need to know by? Yesterday.
Today or tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes.
The weekend before, November 4th through 7th or whatever, but they say that's like Thursday through Monday, 4th through